I'm already sweaty. I got to the Birch and Bear property this morning a little bit late. I got started late, having fun last night. I got here and cleaned up already some of the overhang on the entry drive back in there, kind of that whole width there up to this point. Got cleaned up. It looked a lot like kind of this long grass stuff that's back through there. And that's what I'm doing today. So wanted to get as much as I could opened up. My big goal is try and open as much of the pond, which is right back there, which you can't really see right now. And what I'm using, so maybe this will be the piece of equipment that I'll highlight here. So this will be my third time running it. I ran once in the house behind the fence just to kind of test it out, make sure everything worked. As I told you guys on the opening intro video, did come out here last weekend with a couple of friends. We opened up a lane that goes kind of back this way that was already here. Just had long grass in it. But what I'm using is this guy. So this is a DR Field and Brush Mower. It's a 30-inch wide mowing deck. I did end up getting they have a heavy blade. It's just a little bit thicker than the blade that comes with it. From what I hear, the normal blade runs fine. But having a little extra mass never hurts, especially this thing can cut up to like 2 or 2.5 inch trees if you want to. I don't know that I'm going to abuse it like that. I have some chainsaws with me. I do have a rigid electric chainsaw coming because I have a lot of rigid tools already. Just as a lighter carry, I have a chainsaw and a pole saw, which I've already used the pole saw today. And I will tell you guys about that pole saw later on in an upcoming video. But there's plenty of videos out here on these guys. So a lot of what you guys will be watching today is area clearing. I do hope to get a feeder, a deer feeder set up. It's laying back in here already. And I brought some feed with me, and so I got some trail cams, so we'll get those things set up. But today, you just get to watch me clear a bunch of land, and hopefully by the end of this thing, with some before and afters, it'll look different. So that's the hope. So stick around, and if you're into watching lawn mowing or forestry clearing or anything like that, this will probably be your jam. Probably for me, and watching some of those is relatively satisfying. So here we go. So take a little bit before video, walk back through here. This is a big clearing. This is kind of the only clearing on the property. That's the lane that we opened up last weekend, and we walked back here to find some posts. But right now, all of this is pretty overgrown. Where we're walking right now is part of where I want to have opened up to expand the pond. You can see I cleared this, at least a lane through here when I was here last weekend. Ton of multiflora rose, all kinds of stuff back here. I'm not going to do anything with this pond as far as treating it this year. We're just going to try and get cleaned up around it. So I'm going to say about 1/8 of an acre, but there's some serious work to be done back here. So watch along and hopefully get this thing opened. Oh, still sweating, making progress. It's going actually a lot quicker than I thought. Right where I'm cutting at right now, there's all this vine stuff, and it is just a bog to get through. But the DR's hammering, so I'm gonna try and get this little bit done up around the pond, and then I think I'm gonna take a lunch break for just a little bit. I am meeting the guy, one of the neighbors, is a mini dozer this afternoon, so trying to pace myself at the same time. Last week was just heat index at like 100 or whatever, and got a little lightheaded, so I'm not going to push it this week. It's not quite as hot today, which is great. There is some overcast and a bit of breeze. Getting down in these bottoms and being protected by the trees back there cuts a lot of the breeze out. But if you made it this long, that means you're kind of addicted to watching brush clearing videos, but we'll knock it out and see where we go from here. I survived. It's been a full day. It's like 4 o'clock. And I'm ready. I'm beat. So I'm going to do a quick walk around and kind of show you everything that we've done. Or we, I guess I'm third person right now. So I'll flip you around and here we go. All right, so I got more of this lined out. That's a lane that goes back in about 2/3 of the way into our property. You can also see the little white stakes. Met the guy with the neighbor with the bulldozer. We talked about kind of where the drive is going to go in. This, I got quite a bit cleared out. That stuff's going to be a bear. That's vines like way up in trees. That's going to take some time. You can see that's where my truck was parked earlier going up to the main entrance, but got all of this cleared out. It's going to take a couple mowings to really get this stuff chopped up back here, but huge improvement. See, this was all that viney stuff that was here earlier. There's another lane that goes back here, but opened up a little pond quite a bit. have to bring the weed eater next time. Yeah, brush cutter for the Stihl Kombi just wasn't getting it done. Little frog. I did find a couple turtles. I have to do research to know my turtles from another. Found one that was an empty shell. Found another one that I'd mowed over the top of, but wasn't hurt at all. Moved him into the shade towards the pond. So gonna see, got a lot of clearing done today. We'll walk back into the feeder. I got the feeder, as you guys had seen earlier, all set up. Man, I'm tired. It was fun, but I'm beat. I got 2 hours back home. So, and I'll put you guys on the dash. This is about the extent of the walk. I maybe grab some video on the way out. Come back in here. The shade's so much cooler. I'm gonna guess like 15 or 20 degrees cooler. Got a lane back in here. Figure if they're coming up to grab water out of those two ponds, be a good place. So got the feeder loaded up. Probably could have put 4 bags in it. Mental note for next time. Got a little attractant on the ground, and then got her lined up with this guy. So probably getting some pictures of me right now. So I'm done. Catch up with you in the truck. Gonna try and wrap this video up. Back on the road, headed back to the big city. As I said, or keep saying, I'm beat. Looking forward to grabbing a little food on the way home. Had an interesting conversation with a couple of the neighbors today. Come to find out, there's a extension program for one of the interstates that one of the options is to route the path through the back end of my property, which is always interesting to find out. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. At this point it just is. There's several options, I guess, on the table, so that's the only option that routes it that way. So I'm going to have to go home and do a little bit of research and see where things are at, and I don't know, we'll take it as it comes. So again, don't know if it's a good thing, bad thing, who knows. So thanks for following along. Hope the content is interesting. A lot of editing to do. So let me know in the comments down below what you think, and hopefully maybe the next round we'll have a little bit better idea of what wildlife is out there and what the next project is going to be out at Birch and Bear. So thank you, like, subscribe, and talk to you all soon. Thanks.